Hey guys, oh my mic down. I didn't even think of that. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, how you guys doing? Working this one solo at the moment. I'm hoping that Kerry will jump in at any time, but I haven't done a show in so long that I didn't want to miss out on another one. Anyway, as you know, Trump won, which wasn't really shocked about. The only way I saw that not happening is if somehow the Dems rigged it. And I know in 2020, a lot of people said that the election was rigged, and people were like, "No, it wasn't rigged. It wasn't rigged." Well, I just want to throw a little fact out right now. In 2020, there was 81 million Democratic votes. Let me just adjust this camera. There we go. So I can get it to just stay where I need it. No, a little bit more than that. Hold on. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. Um, in 2020, there were 81 million Democratic votes. Um, no one pushed the idea that Hitler was running. No one pushed the idea that it was an existential threat. No one pushed the idea that um, the devil himself was going to take over the government, okay, as they did with this election. This election was touted as literally the most important election of your lifetime. Oprah said it, Joe said it, Kamala said it. Literally every Democrat said that compared. First off, when you compare, this is just like a little piece of advice to everybody out there. The minute you bring up the name Hitler, you've lost the argument. Okay, you've lost the argument. It shows you're desperate. If you know anything about Hitler, Hitler was um, a nefarious individual to a degree that you could never understand. It's just not possible. The man was just absolutely devoid of any human instinct or human qualities. Um, so once you compare somebody to that, you better really have. First off, we're talking about 6 million people that he killed. Let's start there. We're talking about kids. We're talking about women. We're talking about, um, on top of that, experiments with human beings. Um, this is a very special evil mind we're talking about. I mean, Charles Manson doesn't come close to this, and you're making Donald Trump, who's never so much as even had a parking ticket, into Hitler. All right. Well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, so there was 81 million votes cast for Democrats and for Joe Biden in 2020. You know how many votes there were, democratically speaking, cast this election? Now remember, this is the most excess. This is more so than the 2020 election. Yet for some reason there was only six. Well, average that it's somewhere. Some say 61 million. Some say 65. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say 65 million. Somewhere in there, there's 15 to 20 million votes that are unaccounted for that didn't vote. Did they all die? I mean, think about this for a second. It should have increased. It shouldn't have decreased. We have more people now than we did. More people of voting age, more people. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't mathematically. It does not make sense that 15 million people just dropped off the face of the earth and didn't vote. So, I mean, I still believe something went on with that election. And I know that that's not a great thing to say. And, you may not agree with me, and that's okay. It's great. You believe what you want. I'm going by logic. Judge Judy put it best. She said, if it don't make sense, it probably ain't true. And it doesn't make sense that 81 million people voted for Joe. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I'm not saying he wouldn't have won. He might have won anyway. But I'm telling you that there's no possible way. This man had to give up his first run as president over plagiarism. This, by the way, I didn't do any research on this. I'm just doing it off the top of my head. He plagiarized somebody during his one of his speeches, well, during his run for presidency prior. He's plagiarized a ton of others since then, and even prior to that running of that election. He's one of the most underhanded politicians that's. I will say one thing. Okay, since he's been in office, I don't know what type of um, illegal stuff might have went on. Like, I personally believe that he had something going on with Afghanistan, and that's why we left the $85 billion worth of equipment there that we're now finding in Ukraine or with Hamas. Um, so I do kind of believe that to some degree he did make some money during his presidency. I just haven't found it yet. So I'm saying that again, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that this is where he came back and changed his ways. Um, but no matter how you look at it, 15 million people are missing. 50, and they're Democrats nonetheless. 15 million Democrats. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So I still believe something went on with that. But anyway, let's move on. Um, so as you know, Trump won the election. Um, and now people are like wondering, is he because he took this guy Tom Homan? Originally, Trump had spoken that he'd never heard of Project 2025, and he took Tom Homan in, who is one of the authors of Project 2025. Now, first off, if you don't know about it, you wouldn't know that Tom Homan was involved with it. Let's start there. But barring that, Tom Homan is also a gentleman who has given 34 years of experience to our government. He's been through six presidents, six, both Democratic and Republican. Okay, he's been through six presidents, and he's done his job intensely well. Okay, so you could say, well, Trump picked him for 2025, but you'd be a moron because the truth of the matter is, Trump picked him because of his experience. It has nothing to do with that. I don't believe there's any of his other administration that has anything to do with 2025. I could be wrong. I didn't check each and every one, but it's not his primary agenda, is what I'm trying to say. Also, those of you who's talked about his misogyny, I can't remember her name. It's like Wilkes or something like that. I can't think of her first name. But he put a woman in the top spot. His top spot as his chief of staff. He's put Christy Nome up there. I'm waiting to see what he does with Tulsi Gabbard. I'm not really sure at this point. Um, so misogyny is out the window. Um, I, I just don't see, like, they talk about anti-Semitism. His daughter's Jewish. His grandchildren are Jewish, etc. So I just don't see all of that. Um, he's going to be a president for the people, not for the person. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're freaked out about his presidency, don't be. All he's looking to do, he's a businessman. And here's the difference between a Democrat and a Republican businessman. Or no, better yet, let me change that. Between a politician and a businessman. A politician goes into politics and they write bills and they do this and they really rarely ever get things finished or done. Like to a degree where that's it, finale. Businessmen expect results. So Trump just added Elon Musk and he added Vivek Ramaswamy, which are two major businessmen. I mean, these are guys who know what they're doing. Okay. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to cut the waste, you know, in government. Now, we all know how much waste is going on in government. Now, if you don't think these two are great choices, Vivek is one of the youngest billionaires, I believe. Um, and he built himself up. In other words, he didn't come for money. Um, I'd like to talk a little bit about Elon a minute. Do you remember when Elon bought Twitter? The first thing he did, as a joke, he walked in with a kitchen sink, and what he was trying to say is, "We're getting rid of everything, including the kitchen sink." This man took a staff and cut it 66%. Immediately cut it 66%, and no one noticed. No one noticed. These 66% of whatever the amount of people were, I don't really know, but I mean it was thousands. I'm not kidding. We're getting paid, and no one knew why they were getting paid. No one missed them for a second. So if he can do that with that company, think of what he can do with our government. You know. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Kamala real quick. I'm not going to really diss her too much. but I just want to give you an example of what could have been. So Kamala raised $1.7 billion for her campaign. Short campaign. I think it was like 8 weeks or something like that, 6 to 8 weeks. My cat is acting really strange right now. It looks like he's going to attack me. So if he comes flying, don't freak out. Anyway, so basically what happened was she got $1.7 billion in campaign fund, campaign donations. These donors were assured she was going to win. How you make that assurance, I don't know, but they were assured she was going to win because they're pissed right now. They're totally pissed. So she took this 1.7 billion, and as an economic specialist, she turned it into a negative 20 million. So she's 20 million in debt right now. And the way this went down was Oprah, Beyonce, Megan the Stallion, or whatever. First, that throws me off too. That Megan the Stallion. A stallion is a male horse. She's a female, but we won't even go there. At least I don't have to call it we or they. Anyway, Megan the Stallion, Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, all of these people. Let me explain to you why they were brought in. Okay. First off, let's start with Usher. Usher, I would almost bet. I would almost bet. Now, again, I don't know this, so don't hold me to count on this. This is just my speculation. I would swear that the Democrats have some of Diddy's tapes because Usher, I believe it was Beyonce and somebody else. I can't remember who the other one was. 4 months ago, turned around on TV and said, "We Oprah Usher was on The View," and he turns around and he says, "Oh, I'm." They asked him who are you backing and stuff, and he said, "Well, I stay out of politics. I'm not getting involved." A month later, he's endorsing Kamala, but it just happened to be around the same time Diddy tapes came out. Same thing with Beyonce; she was staying out of it. All of a sudden, it's Kamala. But they also have other reasons. See, now I'm also saying that they got paid. Now they now here's the funny part because Oprah actually is the most ridiculous one because she thinks everybody's a moron. They asked Oprah, "Did you get paid for interviewing Kamala Harris?" Oprah said, "No." Hold on, I got it. My cat is going to jump. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, my cat's like right in front of me right here. Hey, Bug, come here. Okay, never mind. He just jumped away. Anyway, Oprah basically they asked her, "Listen, did you accept money from Kamala's campaign?" And she's like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, she didn't. But Harpo Productions did, and that's her company, which means she did. She did get money from it. She got $1 million to endorse Kamala. $1 million. For $1 million, I'd endorse Bozo the Clown. Okay, I mean $1 million for that piece of crap. And what did she get out of it? What did Kamala get out of it? A bad name because she couldn't answer simple questions without being a word salad. I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd. And this financial genius is who was going to straighten out our economy. She was going to lower prices. You would have been paying literally $20 for 12 eggs. I mean, it's unbelievable. Already, since Trump has taken the election, okay, not even he's in office yet, Hamas is looking for ceasefire. I forget the guy's name. This guy was opening a huge Toyota factory in, I want to say Mexico. He's moving that to the United States, so it's jobs. Um, Putin wants to talk about the Ukraine deal. The Abraham Accords are back in production in effect. Um, there's been so much positive, and the guy it hasn't even been like 2 weeks yet. He's not even president yet. The stock market went nuts. Crypto is going nuts. Some idiot. Okay, so I'm not going to say a name, and I really should because he's a freaking moron. He's an actor, and he thinks he knows like life, you know. But you don't really understand life when you're blinded by hate. Okay? And he hates Trump. So about I don't know again about three, 4, maybe 5 weeks ago, he posts a thing on Facebook, and it says the stock market is going crazy because of Joe Biden. Listen, let me tell you something. At that point, the election was up in the air. Okay, it was up in the air, and it really wasn't. It was just what the media wanted you to believe because it was a trouncing, and it's been a trouncing all along. But he was like, Joe Biden is the reason that they have so. No, if it was Joe Biden, you would have held on to your stock. You would. It would have stayed steady, okay, because of the uncertainty that Trump would take over. Okay, the whole idea was they were hoping Trump would take over. And if you want evidence of that, look at the days after Trump won. Look at what happened with the stock market. Look what's happening with crypto. Crypto, I bought a crypto a while back. I bought it for like, I don't even know, like 15, 13 cents. I bought Doge at 13 cents or something. It's at 40 cents right now. It took the biggest dive for 4 years that Biden was in office. As soon as Trump took over, and Elon got Doge, 40 cents. 40 cents. I mean, that's double the amount plus. It's they recognize a man who understands money. The deal is really simple, and I believe I've said this before. I can't stress this enough, but it all comes down to this. If you give a poor person money, they spend it. They spend it because their eyes open wide and they're like, oh my God, money. Kamala Harris, 1.7 billion. 5 million went to this, went to um, what's her name? I believe it's not Taylor, Beyonce. Went to Beyonce's thing to set it up. Uh, a couple of 100,000 to set up a fake studio in a hotel so she could do that Be My Daddy or whatever it is podcast. They flew that chick there instead of her going there. She could have went on Joe Rogan for free, which is what Trump did. Trump did it through earned media, which means he earned the time. He didn't pay for it. Trump's total costs were like, again, don't quote me, but I know I'm damn close, was like 383 million in advertising. Hers was close to 6 million. 600 million. I'm sorry. 382 million was Trump, and she was close to 600 million. He doubled it and lost. Think about that. He paid, I believe, like a couple of million to Bruce because you have to have the sets. Bruce, in essence, says that he's donating his time. But the truth is, his company has to set everything up, and they have to be paid. He's not paying them. She is. Some of that money eventually gets trickled back to Bruce. It's just the way it is. So, example being like Beyonce cost her $5 million. So maybe 3 or 4 million went to production, and she ends up with $1 million. I don't know how Oprah's thing worked. I can't tell you, but this is the way it worked. And she's now $20 million in debt. What do you think she would have done to our economy? So you're out there thinking, oh, I was backing her. You were backing her, and you would have killed our country. You would have killed our country. Please, next time, look into these people a little more. Look into how they got to where they got. This is a woman who failed upward. And what I mean by that is it's like she fell and fell on top of more money and more money and more money. Every time she fell into success, which is the most absurd thing. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Trump won. Things are going to start looking better. We're going to get back to like $2 gas. And once the energy situation gets caught up, you're going to notice a huge difference in wow, my shoulders look square there. Anyway, once we get the energy shit fixed up, that's when you're going to notice prices going down. It's just a matter of time. Kerry didn't make the show. I don't understand, but it's all right. Me and him will do another one later. What was I going to say? I think that's pretty much covers me. I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I think I'm going to sign off for the moment. I got to go start dinner and stuff. Next one, I'll make a little more fun. Anyway, have a great day, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, please hit the like. I would really appreciate it. I get like no likes. Don't you feel bad for me? I get like literally no likes. Anyway, I would give you likes. Anyway, oh wait, that's another thing I want to talk about. I'm sorry. Did you guys catch Bill Burr on Saturday Night Live? My doggy's here. You want to see my doggy? I can't. Let me see if I can show you my doggy. Can't see my doggy. I can't show you my doggy. I'm sorry. Anyway, did you guys catch Bill Burr on Saturday Night Live? Do me a favor. I'd love to know the answer to this. I'll actually do it. You don't got to do it. I was going to have some fun. How many times did he say "you know" in his monologue? Oh wait. We got Gary coming in. Hold on. Let me add him. Hold on. I got to put my headphones in.
Brother?
What's up, buddy? Give me a minute. I got to put my headphones in. Hold on.
Yo, sick.
You weren't here, so I was doing it this way. Hang on a second.
Hey.
Oh, brother.
Don't do this shit.
Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, wait. I can't hear you yet.
How's it going?
Okay, try talking.
How's it going?
We can get him in. Hold on.
How's it going?
What's up, buddy? Let me set
What's
this
up?
up.
How you feeling?
I'm all right.
What's going on? How's tricks?
I don't understand why you're coming out. Are you echoing when you speak?
No, not that I can hear.
Because you're coming out of my
What's up with that?
whatchamacallit.
What's up with that, nigga?
Okay, wait. I think
What's up?
Stop talking. Say something.
What's up?
Yeah, now I got you. Okay, good. I can get rid of that other head.
You got me?
I think I figured it out. This was something I was trying to figure out how to do. I think I got it. Let me see if the
Beautiful.
effects work. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Hello.
Hello. Oh my God, Gary, you're here. Holy jeez.
Oh, it's got a funny part. Get that cartoon sound.
The cartoon. Wait, let's see if I can get punched.
How's everybody doing out there?
How about this one, Gary? What do you think? We represent the lollipop kids, the lollipop kids.
I just watched that the other night. Last weekend I watched that.
My God.
It's crazy. I love this. I really do. And
I just watched.
let's see.
I just watched that.
See, it's awesome. You see, listen.
Awesome.
Awesome.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you feeling?
All right. I went through a bunch of stuff here. I gotta lower this a little. My mic is kind of loud, right? 1, 2, 3. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
Okay. I know because it's killing me over here. I'm like so freaking loud. Anyway, I went through a bunch of stuff I spoke about. I guess I'll start from the beginning with you and get your thoughts on them. Okay, so the first thing I spoke about was the 20 million or 15 million Democrats that got lost somewhere. You know about that, right?
Yep.
So in 2020 we had 81. Donald Trump had 74 million votes. Joe Biden had 81 million votes. Okay, 81 million. You know how many he had this year? How many Kamala got?
No.
60. Well, it ranges from 61.8 to 65 million million Democrats
Right.
voted.
Right.
So somewhere in there, there's from 65 million. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt to 81 million. There's like 16 million people there that are lost that never voted. Now in 2020, what? Go ahead. Gary? You're locked up. I can't see you. You're not. There you go. Okay, now I got you.
I got you, babe.
Somewhere in there. What? Say it again.
I said I got you, babe.
Yeah. Anyway, somewhere in there, 16 million people didn't vote in the most existential race. I mean,
Right.
literally, the devil was running, and these people didn't
Right.
feel it was necessary to vote.
Right.
So you're telling me there was no rigging in 2020? I absolutely think there was a rig.
Right. Like all of a sudden, the 20 million that voted in 2020 didn't come out and vote this year.
Where'd they go? I mean,
Right.
this was supposed to be the most existential threat of history in history.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
it's
It
I don't
was.
get it. So that was the first thing I spoke about. The second thing, what did I go into after that? The fact that she's 20 million in debt now.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Well, dude, how many times have you heard? Can you hear me? I'm too far back. I can move this
No, I
back.
can hear you. I can hear you.
There we
Can
go.
you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I got you good.
Good.
So
Good.
like I'm repeating something I said earlier, but it's like I've told you all along. You give a poor person money, okay,
Huh.
and they spend it. You give a
Yep.
rich person money, they make more money. That's the way
Right.
it works.
That's why they keep staying rich.
There's an understanding. Like when you like they say that making the first million is the hardest, and they're right because until you made that first million, you really don't understand how to make a million.
Mhm.
It's hard to understand like what I'm saying there, but once you've done it, it's you understand like how everything just rolls, how money works for you, and
Mhm.
not that I've made a million, believe me, maybe over my lifetime I have, but not that I've made it to one shot. Okay, but it's like everything else. Once you're in the movement of things, everything becomes easier. Are you
We
there,
just
Karen?
lost you.
You
Yeah, we
froze my-
just lost you.
No, no, I've had you. You freeze up. I don't know. Is your internet okay?
Yeah, and he's fine.
Okay. No, you just keep locking up every now and then.
Yeah, you too.
Wow, I don't know. I'll have to check it on the actual show.
That's what I was saying. Like you just disappeared.
I, I don't know. You're there, but you just kind of freeze up. It's no big thing. Anyway, I'll just check it on the show and see how it worked out. Um, that was like the other thing I was speaking about. Did you see? Did you see the meetup today when they met up?
yeah, yeah,
When Trump-
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
2 hours.
okay. What do you think happened in there?
I tell you, you have to give the man a lot of credit just for showing up because after what they put him through, man, how do you face these? How do you face these people?
You're going to think
Right?
I'm crazy, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. Um, I think that Trump told Biden that if Hunter gets any time, he's going to either commute his sentence or he's going to pardon him. I think
Really?
that's yeah, yeah. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. First off, Trump. Everybody thinks Trump is this big asshole, and
Right? He's not.
he's really not. Okay, he's really, really not. Like he's the obnoxious guy at the party that you have fun with. That's who he is. But he's not an asshole, especially when it comes to family. That's why he didn't fuck with Hillary. When Hillary had all of the emails and shit, everybody was like, "Are
Right,
you going to prosecute?" He was like, "No, just leave her alone."
right, right,
And I think he sees this old man who's lost his son, he lost his wife,
right.
his first wife in a car accident, he lost his son to brain cancer,
And he's not a well man.
and yeah, he's old and he doesn't want to see this guy going to jail to visit his last and final kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I
right.
think he turned around. No, I'm not kidding. I
I
think he,
agree.
I really do
I,
believe
listen. I agree because, like you said, look, the man is old. He's got dementia.
and he
You
doesn't want
know,
to go to jail to visit his son. I'm
right.
telling you,
Let him have his last. Right. Let him have his last, whatever it is, on the face of the earth. There.
and they're part of a particular club, the President's Club. They're both presidents, and he doesn't think a president should be treated like that. I'm telling you, I swear. This is what I believe. I don't think
I
you
believe you. I believe you.
I would give him. I'll tell you the truth. I would give him so much credit if he does it because it would be such a class act to do.
I was
You know
just
what I
about to
mean?
say that.
It would be like
Right.
class. I mean,
Very class out. After
You
what
know?
they put him through and what they said about him
yeah,
and almost had him killed.
it's
Right?
crazy. And that, like, I try to tell people that they don't understand. Like, first off, that there's a certain way
Very,
governments handle problems,
very
and
class act.
the first thing they do is they undermine your character. Okay, so they slander you. So
Right.
they get all the
Right.
media to slander you, so people stop liking you.
Right.
They did that with Trump. They did it, but they couldn't get. I'm sorry, I got dog hair on there. Anyway,
Right.
but they
Yeah.
couldn't get it to work. Okay, so the next thing they do is they go after you legally, and they try
And
to
they
put
tried that. Yeah.
shut you up. That didn't
Right.
work. The next thing they do is they try to kill you. That's the only next option.
And
When
if
that
that
didn't,
don't work,
when that didn't work, they had to stop because it was getting too real that there was something wrong.
right.
You had this kid Cooks who has 7 offshore bank accounts.
Not
You
even
have
that. How? Like you
Yes, 7
said, yeah.
offshore bank accounts at 20 years old with no money. Explain that to me.
Excuse me.
Um, So he had 7
and
offshore bank
right.
accounts. He was connected to BlackRock. He was in one of BlackRock's infomercials.
Yes.
And you know, it's just it's insane. And it turns
Mhm.
out that this other guy they got is connected to BlackRock too, the one on the golf course.
Oh, in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have like at that point it got a little crazy. So they had to actually stop it. They had to actually try
Right.
to just beat him.
Sure.
So getting once they saw Biden in the debate, that was it. It was over. They were like,
That
we're
was
not gonna
it.
beat him this way. It's just not gonna happen.
And when he called us garbage and everything. Yo, he, you see his cabinet picks, man?
Yeah, I think they're great. I actually just went through that. I was explaining about Tom Homan. That was the
Yeah.
first thing I started with actually, Tom Homan. Because what happens is, wow, you know, I'll tell you something. I went through a lot. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just started rambling. Tom Homan. Someone turns around and goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
Trump."
I got a list.
Well, Tom Homan was he happened to be one of the writers of Project 2025 or something, or he added something to it or something like that. Trump swore he's never seen Project 2025 and doesn't know anything about it, but he picked Homan. So the first thing they go is, "Oh, he doesn't know anything about 2025, but he picked Homan."
Right.
But what they're not realizing is Homan is 35 years on 34 years on a job for
Right.
6 presidents.
Yeah.
6 presidents. And they were both Democratic and Republican presidents.
I was about to, he was just on the Obamas.
He's under Obama. I mean, exactly. You nailed it. So how are you turning around and saying that this is the only reason he picked this man? He picked
Because
this
then
man as a
they're gonna
fair
keep
who knows the law and wants to protect America. Say
they're
it.
gonna they're gonna keep saying things, man. Yo, they wanna resist everything he's gonna do.
Yeah, they're already trying, which is the dumbest thing going because why wouldn't why wouldn't you just allow the country to be fixed?
Right.
Why wouldn't you just do that? The good thing is we're going to have the power. We're going to have the
Right.
Congress. We're going to have the Senate. We're going to have.
Yo, we're 2 votes away from the House.
I know we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Absolutely. But I'll tell you something. I kid you not. If this isn't a lesson,
Yo,
if this isn't a
right,
lesson for the left, then they're just blockheads. I'm
right.
sorry.
Well, they are. You hear them?
Yeah, but like it's so far beyond common sense at this point. I mean,
Right.
like something as stupid as tampons in a bathroom. I mean, tampons in a boy's bathroom. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I could make a joke and say, they should remember their own. But the
Yeah.
truth of the matter is, it's nothing more than a waste of money. That's
Mhm.
all it is.
Mhm.
You know, oh, well, it's
You're right.
a tampon. Think about how many schools there are. Oh, look what he wants to disband the Board of Ed, and he wants to give the money to the states. Which,
Well, we both
like,
know. You
think
and I
about it.
both know the Board of Ed there is corrupt. So we all know that.
Absolutely. But if you think about it, okay, so if you stop and take 5 minutes to think about what that entails, giving the money to the states,
Hmm.
it makes extreme sense. And I'll explain to you why, okay? Because there'll always be a normal college, let's say, or a normal high school or a normal grade school in every
Yes.
state. But that state can now put money into the whatever their particular strength is. So, like, I'll give you an example. Farming. Idaho is a farming state, so they can now put that money and design their curriculum
Hmm.
of around farming for a certain area, for a certain part of of their population. So they already
Right.
have normal schools and stuff, but they understand what they need to know to live there better than better
Hmm.
than New York City. What's her name? What's that chick's name? Randy Gardner, Weingartner.
Oh,
Better
jeez.
than Weingartner does. They understand that you got to know how to grow stuff, and you got to. So 4-H is more important there than it is here. Let's say in New York.
Hmm.
So that I totally agree with this. I totally agree. And again, it they know what's happening with their students better than like someone in Montana.
Yeah.
Okay, Randy Weingarten does not know what Montana students are going through. Anyway,
No, they don't.
that's the point on it.
They don't know.
No, they have no idea. So by giving it to the state can fix whatever they feel is wrong. Like Detroit has a huge issue. Maybe they can set up a way to secure this
Yo, our kids are being screwed in this country. Yes.
for years. They've been.
Now, why wouldn't a parent in their right mind would not want the right choice for their child? I don't get it.
Because they're so well. Okay, there's a lot of reasons, but I know what you're asking.
Right. I don't get it.
What you're asking is there's some people that won't listen to something unless it's said by the right person.
Right.
And by that I mean, like, you could have. I'll give you a great example. Okay, so let's say
That's
there's a house
insane.
on fire. Let's say there's a house on fire, and well, no, not a house. That's too big. Let's say there's a bush on fire, and there's a Republican standing there with a bucket of water, and a Democrat there with
Yeah,
with
I
a
hear you.
bucket of gas. All right, and there's a Democrat that's going to have to put out this put out this fire, but he's got to pick one of the two. Just out of principle, he won't pick that Republican. He'd rather throw
Mm-hmm.
gas on the fire and make it bigger
Mm-hmm.
than
Mm-hmm.
take the water and put the fire out.
Right.
It,
Wow.
that's your. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm hoping it does. I'm
I know
trying
what
to.
you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
My grandmother would say again. My grandmother, listen, guys, what do you think of this? I was thinking about having some shirts made up with all my grandmother's.
Yes, I got that written down, bro.
I think it's a great idea. But my grandmother would say, "You're cutting off
But-
your nose to spite your face."
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
really, think about it. I mean, really, seriously.
Wow, what happened here?
You there? You good?
Yeah, I want to do it like my grandmother.
Ah,
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
There we go.
no, but why would, I mean, really, I mean, he's doing the right thing. This way a parent has the choice. Don't have to send their kid to, and he's going, oh man, he's going after the woke people in school. The
It's
woke,
absurd. It's absurd. But here's what
wokeness.
we're gonna have 2 or 3 shirts made up just for the fun of it, and we're gonna give them away to somebody. We're just gonna give them away to anybody who's listening. If they just type in a thing, the first 3 people to type in, say, shirt, we'll give it to them. We'll let you
Nice.
guys know. We'll let you guys know when we're doing it. But
Okay, sounds good.
3 people who type in, they'll get the shirts.
Sounds good.
We'll do show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. We'll do
Right.
oh, you know which one I loved? I loved that money's burning a hole in your pocket. I love that one. That was a good one. Because I could never save money. I would always end up spending it.
Yep.
Anyway, and then we'll do that last one. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. Some people just can't take advice
No,
from
they can't.
certain people. It's just the way it works.
They
Just the way-
can't. They
What
can't
else?
take advice. It's a shame.
You know what's funny is
It's a
George.
shame because you know what, man? To give these kids, I mean, you see how bad our kids are falling behind
Oh, absolutely,
in this country.
absolutely.
You know?
Like literally, I think it's like in Detroit, it's like 8% is up to grade level with their reading and
Yeah. My man, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 minute.
I guess I got to entertain you guys. Okay, so what am I going to do? Let's say, I can't juggle, so that's out of the question. I can do this. Here, watch. That's Spock, Dr. Spock. I don't know. If you remember that. I don't know where he went. You see his drums back there, right? Get him to play some drums online. The little drummer boy. Rumpa bum bum. Rumpa bum bum. Whenever I do that, I want to sing with
Sorry, bro. Made it back.
Hey Jude, Jude,
All right, I'm back, man. Sorry about that.
Nah, 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 nah.
No, you know what I did? I was making some brownies, man.
Oh, nice, nice.
And the oven went off, so I just wanted to shut it.
What did I make the other day? I think I made cinnamon rolls, but like homemade ones. Dynamite.
Oh,
Really good.
nice. I love those, man. Love those.
But the other night I made a real nice dinner, man. It was awesome. I made a roast pork loin with gravy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, I
big-
remember that. I remember you having that.
it was so
With
good.
with the sauerkraut?
Yeah, it was so good. Oh my
Man,
god.
you did the sauerkraut, right?
Yeah, but I can't. It's funny. My grandmother used to make. And my grandmother again. You're gonna hear me talk about her constantly because me and her were like best friends. But she used to make these dumplings with it. They were like bread dumplings.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, she would take potatoes. I don't know how exactly she did it because this was the only thing I never learned. But she would take potatoes and she would put them in something called a ricer, which is like this like cup with holes in it, like
Yeah,
stream,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a strainer.
and then it's got a handle you squeeze together, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, and the potato would come out like a little spaghetti, like mashed potato, but in spaghetti shape.
Right.
She would form that together with some bread, some eggs. I don't remember exactly what she used, some flour, I think salt, pepper, other things. My grandmother was like the most
Yeah.
amazing cook.
Yep.
And
Yeah, they used a lot of flour back then. Yeah.
she was just phenomenal. But I can't do that. I didn't learn how to make that. And
Me
I
neither.
regret it. I make this potato salad that she made. She had like the most amazing.
That's delicious.
Ooh,
That's
that's
delicious.
nothing you've ever tasted. I mean, I've never had. I mean, people who actually are in the deli business have tasted it and said I've never had anything like that. It's just amazing. I'm losing my one ear here, and I don't know why.
I lost everything. I'm like
It's kind of weird. I don't understand. It just dropped. No, I have really small ears. That's what my problem is. I have really, really small ears. I don't know why.
yeah,
But
me too, man. Pops out.
I guess I need more room for my brain, so they took it from my ear. Uh,
It pops out.
but what was? Oh, I was saying about George Clooney. George Clooney now had to leave the United States for a little while because they're all over his ass because he was the one who put Biden out there. He said that
Hmm.
debating.
Right.
It's not the man I saw just days ago. So he kind of screwed Biden up, and now all of the Democrats are blaming him. They're just blaming everybody. I
They're
swear,
blaming everybody. Yeah.
blaming Biden. Biden and Harris are blaming Pelosi. But Harris is blaming Biden because he didn't leave early enough.
Right.
Everybody blaming
Right.
everybody,
Right.
man.
Well, you know who's got the beef? You know who's got the good gripe?
Who?
Is Joe. Because they burnt him.
Well, he tanked the election for her. I don't care what anybody says. He
Right.
did it on purpose. There
Yep.
was the day when the auto workers were going out on strike.
Yep.
And they came in and they said, we'll let it go till January. I think it was the auto workers.
Yep.
And they
Was the
let,
auto workers.
we'll let the strike go to. Well, she was supposed to make that announcement. And Jean Pierre, whatever name is, Kareem Jean Pierre, whatever name
Yeah.
it was,
KJP.
was doing the press
I
job.
just watched her before, the moron.
Well, he came out during her, her whatever her announcement at time, and he's never done that before. And so instead
Wow.
of her and letting her announce that the
Right.
union wait, they went to him, so they knocked her off on that. Then he with
Yep.
the garbage one, the garbage um
Yeah. The remark.
that was crazy. That was absolutely
Right.
crazy. And then there was another one where he came out. It was at a point where she was asking him not to come out for her.
Not right. Not, yay. Go. The last rally she had.
Yeah,
Remember?
uh,
He
because
wasn't invited.
he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you honestly,
He wasn't invited.
he was just so pissed about being pushed out. He got
Sure.
4 million votes. How do you then push him out? I mean, don't get
Right.
me wrong. I know he's demented. I get that. I don't mean demented in a bad word. I mean dementia-wise. Dementia-ridden, I'll say that. But how do you just push a man out like that? First off, in the title of your group is democracy. Okay. Democracy is not pulling someone out of the air and sticking them in that position.
Right.
That's communism. That's
Right.
that's not what you do. You have another primary. And it could have been done immediately because even if only a fraction who voted for Biden got to the polls, you
Hmm.
would still have the right breakup. So in other words, you would still have the same. I don't know who would be, but let's say Newsom and Harris. Let's say when this primary, you would still have whoever was going to vote.
Newsom.
For,
Yeah.
whoever was going to
Hmm.
vote for Harris would vote for Harris. Whoever was going to. It's not like you're putting them against Donald Trump again.
You're
And
right.
you might end up with a happier. Maybe that's what happened to the 15 million. Maybe they got pissed off that they voted for Biden in the primary and it didn't matter. So maybe
Yeah.
I don't
You know that?
now see, but that's the way. There's the difference. Okay, see, I'm going to give you a great example because that's fantastic. Now you just heard me turn around and like turn around and say that the Dems might have done something above
Right.
board. No, above
Right.
board. Before I was
Right.
saying, that they were missing. I'm saying maybe they really existed, and they just got so pissed off that they didn't want to. A Dem would
Eh,
never do that for a
Maybe
Republican.
they went and voted for Trump, the 20 million.
Maybe it's possible, but I'm saying that a Democrat would never turn around and give a Republican the benefit of the doubt like that.
Nope.
They would never turn around and say, you know what? Maybe they didn't.
No
Maybe
way.
people did exist. Maybe it wasn't a scam. Maybe it actually happened because they're so paranoid about everything.
Right. That's
Listen,
right.
I'll go back to when I was in 6th grade. I got told that the world was coming to an end because we were throwing trash on a highway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing this all my life. That
Yep.
5 years and we're all going to die because the earth's going to get so hot we're all going to melt. 5 years. Listen, that was 55 years ago. Okay, and I've had
Thank you.
to Al Gore. I've listened to Greta Thunberg. I've listened to
Yep.
enough about it. You guys don't know shit. Okay, you don't know shit from Shinola. That's what my grandmother would say. The whole idea here is the Earth. There's nothing you're going to be able to do that's going to stop the Earth from decaying.
Right. It's a planet. We live on a planet.
First off, like us, let's take us for example. We're alive,
Yes.
but you know how many parasites are in your body right now living off of you? No, all kidding aside, little parasites like your eyebrows. Your eyebrows have these little mites. You don't even know it. Your eyelashes rather have these little mites on them. They're so minuscule that you can't see. You literally you would need the most extreme microscope to see them. But they're living on your eyelashes, and they're eating away your dead skin. And this is the way it works. Everything that's
That's right.
alive has something alive on it that has you're a host, and something is living off of you. It's just the way it is. Be it bacteria, be it whatever. And that's what the earth is. The earth is something that is alive. And if you don't believe that, look at earthquakes, look at volcanoes,
Right.
look, I give you
Hurricane.
right.
Hurricane.
The earth is alive, and it's got all of us with worms and animals and living on it, using it. And it's gonna decay. It's just the way it is.
Right. That's right.
But the good thing about it, I don't know how long it has. It could be, another million years. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know. But the good thing
Right.
about it is, it just like we repair when we sleep, it repairs and it
Right.
changes.
Right.
Okay, and we're not going to live forever, but every day we wake up and we're a little better than we were the day before, hopefully. And that's what
Right.
happens with the Earth. And then eventually it'll just
That's right,
end
man.
the way it is. But between now and then, what we need to do is to help it. It's not so much about us stopping cars, because I get cars. I'm going to use as an example. It's the greatest example because if you drive down a highway and cars were so bad for the environment,
Right.
there would be foliage. It would all be dead. Instead, it's overgrowing because it gets so much carbon. That's what plants use is carbon, and they give us oxygen.
Oxygen. Right.
So really, what we and there's some
So we need the carbon to hit the trees to give us oxygen. Plain and
Exactly.
simple.
That's why the trees flourish so much.
Right.
Because
agree.
that's what carbon is. If you,
That's right.
I'm not sure about the exact number, but I think it's like 0.5% of our 0.5% of our atmosphere is carbon or something like that. If it drops below 3, trees die. That's what happens. There's
Right.
not enough for them. What's it called?
And if
So
we have no oxygen, we die.
right. So what we need, really and truthfully, we're so into this genetics now and stuff like that, is we should actually start making trees need more carbon and let them be a filter for us, for lack of a better explanation. There's got to be ways of doing it to where you can maybe harness the way their carbon gets used, so it needs more to use it. Like
Right.
more to, to engage that, whatever. It doesn't point. But the point I'm trying to make is, no matter what you do, it's not going to stop the Earth from decaying. It's just the way it goes.
That's the way it is, man.
And let's stay on this for a second because now I'm going to go one better. So you want to put all these regulations on the United States in terms of drilling, cars, and this and that. It's dumb. First off, from the drilling standpoint, when we
We have
do
the
it,
cleanest, and we have
I
to
was-
clean it.
exactly, you nailed it. When we do it to such a degree that it's a minimal impact on a carbon footprint. Minimal.
Right.
Absolute
Right.
minimal. When everybody else does it, when we don't, it's sludge. It
Yeah, they don't
creates
do what we do. We
Yeah,
purify it. We
pollution and-
purify it. We do
Right.
everything. Right.
actually, it's funny because when we get oil from some other country, we end up having to refine it here anyway, because it's usually such crap oil that it
Right.
would destroy our machines. I mean, that's the truth.
So the
So-
oil that they want to get from other countries is just worse than what we have here.
Right. So the only thing we're not doing is we're not taking money. We're giving money away instead of taking money out of our own land.
Right.
That-
Right. That's right.
And
Just
in
keep going it.
the same vein, we're contributing more towards pollution than anything else. Do you really believe that if the United States stopped using electricity altogether, which is absolutely impossible, by the way, okay? Because we're getting
Yeah,
into-
really.
and AI uses more electricity than you can imagine, all right?
Yeah,
But-
can you imagine?
Do you think if the United States stopped using electricity altogether, that pollution would cease? If you believe that, go look at pictures of China from,
Right.
like,
Mhm.
like length pictures, like, from the sky, and see what's going on there.
How about
How about
India?
India, forget it. India's horrible.
There you
these
go.
are- these are, they'll just increase their use. That's all it is. And at the same token, they'll destroy more of the atmosphere.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just absurd. I don't know. And
No,
then,
but
what else? What
but
about-
we have clean stuff here, but everybody freaks out. All right. That's a good one.
dude, I'm almost at an hour, so let's go another like 5 or 10 minutes.
You
I'm
got
at
it.
50 minutes already. I
got
started
it.
because I was waiting for you, but I had everything going up there, and I was like, you'll check it out. You'll watch the show. You tell me how I did. I didn't do that
Yep.
bad. I don't think. You guys let me know. Again, I asked them for likes and stuff. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, we got Thanksgiving coming up. My favorite
two-
holidays.
2 weeks, man.
Yeah. I was looking at the turkey prices. They're like $1.50 a pound.
Yo, I just got my turkey. You know why?
Right.
It was 18 pounder for $30.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's
No.
about $1.50. That's close to $1.
You know why? They have 20 plus pounders.
Yeah.
For 50 to 60 to 70, $100.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. For that,
So
you better do it for me too.
I grabbed it now. Yeah, I grabbed it now.
Yeah. I'm
I
trying to
grabbed
think
it now.
about, like, I'm trying to think of like Christmas gifts, and I'm trying to think, and it's killing me because like this year's going to be a little tight. I mean, I'm not kidding
Yep.
you.
Right. Yo, did you hear Saks Fifth Avenue can't do their light show because they can't afford
Crazy.
they can't afford it.
Yeah.
That's how bad the economy got.
I'm
But
waiting Rockefeller Center is,
Mm.
come out
but
with,
you
like,
voted for Harris like me, right?
what?
You voted for Harris like me, right?
Absolutely.
Because she's brilliant on the economy.
Listen, anyone who could take $1.7 billion and turn it into a negative 20 is my person. Right? Because that's
How'd you
it.
know? Mine too.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Rockefeller Center to come out with like one of those Charlie Brown Christmas trees. You know what I'm saying? It's like with 3 little bulbs hanging on it. It's like,
That's a good one. I love that girl. I love that show. Yeah, we got all the good holiday shows coming up, man. I just watched The Wizard of Oz.
oh, great pumpkin patch.
Right?
Oh, great pumpkin patch. Yay! I love this thing.
This thing.
No,
is,
that is cool.
oh god,
That is cool, man.
they like
Yo,
it too.
Yo, did you hear his other 2 picks?
Yeah.
Trump's other 2 picks?
Which ones?
He just put Mark Rubio,
Yeah, I know Marco Rubio. Yes, Senate. Wait, what is it?
Secretary of State.
Right, Secretary of State. Right, exactly.
And Matt
Every-
Getz.
Before you go, hold on. Democrats and Republicans both said that was a really good choice. Everybody
Mhm.
likes.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you
he
see-
just
but that-
picked Matt Getz as an AG.
Yeah, no, but that should tell you that he's not looking to be a one one-sided person.
Right.
He's putting people where they should be.
Right.
Tom Homan, let me tell you something. Tom Homan is one of the toughest son of the bitches.
Yeah.
But he's also one of the most fair.
But
And
he's not right.
they go, Mr.
He's
Homan.
not,
Wait, I got to do this in the right voice because no, I'll do Tom in that voice. So they go, it was the lady. So let me do the lady's voice. Hold on.
Mr. Holman, is there any way of deporting without separating the families?
That was great. He goes, yeah, if we send them back, if we send the whole family back at once. Wow.
I mean, does anybody know what illegals mean? Did you hear the people on The View? They go, he's going after the grandmothers. He's going after the.
No, he's going after the abuelas.
Yes. Sorry.
Abuelas. We got to say it in their native countries so that we really, really make it sound, like sympathetic.
Yo.
Really,
I
truthfully,
mean,
she said nanas. That's
he's
what she
going
said.
there. He's going there. Right.
They're going after my nanas. Everybody would have been like, "Oh, abuelas," you're like, it sounds like one of those friggin' huts, right? Those huts they used to make out of adobe. That's what it sounds like, abuelas.
Yep.
So it's not really a sympathetic thing. You got to say something like my mimis or they're going after our what's a really cute name for
They're going after my mama chulas, my papa chulas.
Mama Chula. Yeah, maybe that word. My mama Nana. That's her. My mama Nana. My mama Nana.
No, but he's going after. He's just getting rid of the criminals, the gangs, right?
He also wants to end birthright citizenship, which he should. It should have never been. That means that if you have your baby here, let's say you're an illegal, and you cross the border today, and you have your baby today, well, right after you cross that border, your baby's a citizen. And that's not right. It's not right. I mean,
No.
I'm sorry. It's
No, it's not right.
there's no other country, and the other thing that gets me is, like you can complain about this country all you want, but there's no other country
Right.
that's fair to immigration as our country is. No other country. I'm sorry, it just isn't.
No, there isn't. I agree with you. I'm on your side of this one. I know the history, man. We know history. All you gotta do is look it up, folks.
I just
Right?
I just want life to get better for everybody. I just want
It will.
life
Yo,
for
brother, it's going to.
It
Brother,
really sucks for everybody.
it's going to.
Just want it to get better for everybody.
Look what like you said the other night when we went out to dinner, right?
Yeah.
You said, he already started. Things started to people got the idea already what he's going to do.
Hamas is talking about
Yes.
it already.
Yes. Right.
I can't remember his last name, but he's big at Toyota, and he was going to open up a factory in say Mexico. It could be China, but I think it was Mexico. And he's
Mexico. You're right.
He's moving to here because Trump's 25%, 50%,
Tariffs.
70% tariffs.
Right.
That's something else really quick. This will be it because it's 58. I got 2 minutes to talk about this. People talk about tariffs, okay, and how they raise the price of this and they raise the price of that. You're looking at it from the wrong side, okay? And
because real quick, some people think it hurts us.
Right. You're looking at it from the wrong side.
Right.
And I'll tell you why, okay? Let's say I need something that they would send us. Let's say China. Okay, so let's say cars, all right? So they send us cars and we put a tariff on the car. We can buy cars here. We have them. We can buy cars.
Yes, we do.
We can buy cars from England, British BMW, British Motorworks. We can buy cars from Kia. We can buy cars from but they can't sell them like that. In other words, we're the biggest consumer of them. So if let's say China or Mexico, let's say Mexico makes 100,000 cars and they're gonna have to pay 50% tariff on it, they're stuck with those cars. They're not gonna find somebody else to take them. Right. So they're either gonna lose money in the sale later on by selling them wholesale, or they're gonna pay. Or the third and final option is to open a factory here.
Right.
So, and you can.
That's what they're going to do. Right.
Yeah. And now there's ways if they're smart, which I'm an idiot, so I'm not. I don't mean if they're smarter than me. Well, obviously they are.
We're dummies.
But if they're smart, there's ways of utilizing Mexican work with United States ownership. So in other words, your parts and stuff can all be pre-assembled
Right.
the
Hmm.
there and then sent to a factory here to be fully assembled. So, there's a lot of ways to go around it.
Right.
But I mean, again, I don't know
And we
what
get a lot. We get
our-
tools from China. We get everything. So,
but everything we get, we have. So it's like they can get stuck with the merchandise. And that's a big thing for them because we see our country and our country is entirely differently set up than the other countries. And money in the other countries is quite scarce, for lack of a better way to explain it. Anyway, guys, all right, we just hit the 1 hour mark.
yes, we did.
By the way,
Beautiful.
I'm gonna break this up into little sets. So we'll have little clips so people can watch at different times. Anyway, buddy, I'm thinking maybe we can do one tomorrow if I'm off. Let me see what happens. I gotta find out if I'm off in the afternoon.
Okay.
I'd like to
Alright.
try like another 2 shows in this week because there's a couple more things I'd like to get in, and I'd like to actually have where we do.
Cool.
a little shit. Yeah, I
Well,
want to have one.
listen.
Yeah.
I'll come in. We'll play some music too.
That sounds cool. I'll set up a double mic, and maybe what we'll do. Maybe we'll do. I got a little karaoke machine. Maybe we'll
Oh,
do
cool.
some. You can pick any song you want. The machine I have takes the voice out.
Well,
So
if you have to work tomorrow, Friday, we'll do it. I'll come in
Sounds good.
Friday.
Sounds good. I'm hoping. I know I have to work tomorrow morning, but I'm not sure about the afternoon.
Oh, if you don't have to work in the afternoon, I'll come tomorrow.
Yeah, let me see what happens in the morning. I just got to wait
You know-
to hear.
You know why? I'm free.
See, he's free. He's not free, but he's cheap. So,
I'm free.
all right, guys. You guys have a
All
great
right. All right,
And
folks, be safe.
back.
We'll talk to you before Thanksgiving.
And listen, as always, you got an extra $5 or whatever. St. Jude, Shriner, Wounded Warriors, anything
Final
along,
Powers.
just send it to them.
Right.
Lord knows they need it. And when
Okay.
you're having a bad day, think about those commercials with those kids. If those kids can smile, you
Right.
can.
You can
sure
too.
Life is
That's
bad,
right.
but as
Right.
bad as it is, there's always another second in front of right
That's
now
right.
that could change it.
To be
Okay.
thankful for a lot of things.
Right? They can't. Their affliction is their affliction. So just keep in mind, no matter how bad it is, it really can almost always be worse. And if it can't
Definitely.
be worse, you know what? You can't do anything about it anyway. So
Definitely.
my
Just
grandmother
make the best.
my grandmother used to say, life is going to hit you with problems, and how you react to them is up to you, and that's what
Right.
shows character.
That's right.
So, anyway, guys,
Yeah, you got to hit him with power back, man. You got to hit it with back. Strength, faith,
and we
and
missed
strength.
this, and we're going to try to hit a few more this week. I'd like to try to do one that's kind of fun, and
Well, like we just say, it's tomorrow or Friday. We'll see you
Absolutely.
then.
some
And
music.
we'll play some music. We'll play some songs.
Now that I got these mics, it should come out better. All right, buddy.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. All right, talk to you in a bit. Take care, folks. Talk to you later.
Have a great day, everybody.
Be safe.